What's up, everybody? ZFarls here with some Draft Champions updates. So we talked about the patch notes in our last video, and in our next video we're going to have patch gameplay. But right now we have new Draft Champions players to break down. We're also going to do a sample draft and show you what is in store for tonight's Tuesday night Draft Champs. We're going to show you the rewards. We're going to show you the new player pool. Not the new player pool from yesterday, the newest player pool. It's ridiculous. And then we're going to give you some tips on drafts. We'll also run through a draft. I know my draft's super slow. I'm going to do it fast tonight so that you guys will leave me alone in the comments. But look at these new players. Starts out with a Kyle Long, 92 right guard. He has 89 strength and also 92 run block. Now, he's got good speed and good impact block. That's kind of what Kyle Long is known for. One of the more athletic guards in the game, but at 89 strength, I just don't think he's a viable option. He doesn't have secure pass blocker, so I would pass on this Tuesday night drafts version of Kyle Long. Jamie Collins is a player who hasn't got an item recently, but he always is one of the most versatile linebackers in the game. So if we actually click into Jamie Collins, we're going to take a look at what he brings fully to the table, because this guy does a lot. He got an 89 team of the week, and that was really his only one. But it was only 84 speed, and his base was at 82. So that hurts him, because really players at this point in the season need to be up at that Von Miller, Khalil Mack, 90, 89 speed. 88 speed would be the slowest I would go. 77 strength is very weak at this point in the season, and that's pretty low on the block sheet at 83. You'll notice what Jamie Collins does have is 92 power move. I'm a huge fan of 92 pass rush power move. So he's an outside backer, so he's that type of player. But he also has 86 zone coverage. So you get zone coverage, you don't get any run game defense, and you get pass rush ability. So what can you do with this player? Well, you could simply put him off the edge and then drop him into zone coverage. So like, he's a good 3-4 outside backer who sometimes rushes, sometimes drops into coverage. He's got field general, so you can boost his speed up one. Good pursuit, good tackling. But I'm a little concerned about the run game at this point in the season. I just don't think he got enough items. As if he had had one more 91 and then this was a 94, and you're looking at 88 speed with field general to get him to 89, and then you can crossman, you'd have the full bounty of what this guy brings to the table. But so I would hold on him, but depending on where he falls, he could be a decent budget option. Let's go back over to this. We have Allen Robinson, the receiver, 6'3", 90 speed, 93 spec, 91 route running, which he has chain mover, and solid catch in traffic. This is a rock solid player, but at 90 speed, I just don't think there's a ton of value for what he is going to give you. Like, he is a mishmash of some of the nice things that all the other receivers that are already available do. He's not a spec catcher. He's not super tall. He's not super fast. He's not super great route runner. So he's almost too balanced for his own good. Then you have Delvin Breaux, who I loved at the start of the year. If you guys remember the Delvin Breaux from earlier in the season, we'll go in and take a look at him. This Delvin Breaux right here, the team hero, was great, but I believe he broke his leg and did not get an item. So he does get a 93, but he went up 3 speed. It's actually good. 92 speed, 94 zone is really, really strong. He only has the 1 chemistry, though. That hurts him a little bit. If he could have had, a little bit better chem. You can get him to 90 play rec with the right guys. Just, if he had, once again, another team of the week at 88 or 91 and then bumped up, I think the two other, the stars that came out, there was 2 guys we talked about yesterday on a review of the stars. Those guys can probably give you some of the value that you would get from this Delvin Breaux. So I don't think he's bad. I think he's pretty solid. I would take him on my squad, but he just doesn't progress like some of the other guys do. Jameis Winston gets 82 speed, 94. At this point, you need a quarterback that has 90 throw deep. There's just too many of them. I like that he's got 82 speed. This would be a good quarterback a few months ago, but he's not really matching up with the other options that are available. There's some really good quarterbacks out there. This Clinton Dix, the previous version always played very well, and this one is going to be another good version. So the 92 team of the week with 90 speed, 90 zone. It's a bummer he only got the 1. If he had gotten the 92 speed in the 92 zone, that could be a bigger upgrade. His man coverage is okay. at 78. That's decent for a free safety, but not something you're going to use a ton of. 89 hit power gets up to 90. That's not enough to force fumbles, I don't believe, at this point in the season. So a good all-around coverage safety with some solid hit power, but just not like end game, Sean Taylor level hit power. But you get him to 90 with the Tamba. Once again, only one chemistry kind of hurts him a little bit. These guys are a little bit behind, so we'd have to see if they get milestones. And an average free safety defender right here for that middle tier price. He's not the top legend. He's that middle. You're going to be that middle tier. Very solid, good triangle, good trinity of speed, zone, but I wouldn't go after him with all my might. Donald Penn gets an item. Yesterday, you guys recommended some good players that needed newer items. Somebody said Donald Penn needs an item. He has 93 strength with 94 pass block. One of the best pass blockers in the game. Run block at 88 is really good. He's got good impact block. If you pull him from the left tackle position, not many players that do that. But once again, the one chemistry, no secure pass blocker, so we'd have to wait for a milestone. But if you need a rock-solid option and you're already going to be playing TND and you pull this guy, you're very happy with it. And then lastly, Muhammad Wilkerson is a beast. Look at that. 95 power move on this Muhammad Wilkerson. Only 77 speed, so you're going to have to move him into DT. He cannot stay at left end with 77 speed. But with 94 strength, once again, only one chemistry really hurts this guy. 94 strength, 95 block shed, which you get to 97 by starting another player. 95 power move, which you can get to 97 by starting another player. You're looking at 97 block shed, 97 power move, 94, 95 strength. Could be a really, really good item. This is pretty consistent with a lot of the defensive tackles at 77 speed. It's not great for an end, but he's a 3-4 end, so it makes sense that he has that type. We obviously love the BCA Wilkerson. He skipped a couple versions by going straight up to the 95, but it looks like he was rewarded really well. Wilkerson's always play super, super well in this game. So those are some of the new TND players that have come into the game. Now let's actually go and look at this updated player pool. So number one pro tip is if you're going to play Draft Champions tonight on Tuesdays, you want to redraft your team. You want to finish your last event as soon as possible and redraft your team, because instead of being at about an 84 to 85, you're probably going to be able to get your team up to about an 87, 88. You could still win. It's only a two or so point gap, but the pool of players that you're going to have available is much, much better. So we're going to actually look at some of those new players. There's a double legend round, and so we'll draft the Panthers playbook. And remember, I said we'll do it fast so that the people that chirp me in the comments, I was just trying to give you guys my insight back to Draft Champions. But look at this. You get the milestone Eli Manning. He's never been in before. You can get Michael Vick in this round. You can get 97 Aaron Rodgers. This Russell Wilson's really good for mobile quarterbacks. With the Panthers, because I took the Panthers, I'm going to take him over the Eli Manning, even though Eli Manning is the greatest Super Bowl performer quarterback of all time. Legend round, second round. So guaranteed quarterback, first round. Legend round, second round. Charles Haley is amazing. Ed Tuttle-Jones is actually one of the best pass rushers that the community talks about. And then Marcus Allen at halfback is amazing, and I haven't used him yet, so I have to take him. I would recommend not taking a halfback here because I think you're going to get more cracks at halfback as these drafts go on, like a Derrick Henry, even though that's very low rated. I could put him at fullback, but I haven't used the Marcus Allen, and I'm hoping to get some gameplay captured with him. So right outside linebacker Shane Ray, and then Darian Stewart only has 86 speed at this stage of the game. That's just not enough for me. Brandon Williams is a great beef run stuffer. We'll take him. That's not a sexy pick. That Ian Williams also base team stops to run really well, so we'll go there. Cameron Brate has 82 speed. Average tight end, can't take Zach Zenner. Gotta go Emmanuel Sanders. That's not a good pick. This Ron Parker is the Draft Champions one. Really good man coverage for a strong safety. This is the new HaHa that we just talked about. You see a lot of these guys in there. I really like that Gilbert at right tackle for teams. He was one of the best right tackles for a long time, usually is, and there wasn't many right tackles as this game came out. We can't really take another halfback. James Jones has good catch in traffic, but isn't very fast. Our receiving core is very, very weak at this point. We're going to take a second right guard and move him to left guard. Don't worry about it. Remember, according to the new patch update, I like Ertz, but he's only 82 speed. We could have already taken Brate at that. we're going to just draft some line and see if this offensive line really matters. Remember, patch notes that I did in the last video, I like Singletary, but I can't pass on Sam Madison. They're saying that offensive line is much more important in this version of the game. Levy's 84 speed. They're giving me all the slow skis. So we now have Clinton Dix, Bob Sanders. Tyvon Branch is pretty good and can play, so we can drop him down and play cover 2. Khalil Mack, look at that, 93. Aaron Donald is very good, but we already took Brandon Williams. Malcolm Butler would round out our secondary, but we don't have any linebackers, so we got to take Khalil Mack, the monster, and put him in there. Odell Beckham finally gives us our first really good option, and since we already have HaHa, we can't take Harrison Smith. That's the motivator, but he doesn't motivate in this situation, so we will take Odell Beckham and get our first A+ rated player to go along with Marcus Allen. Kenny Stills. Woodyard is actually 82 speed. He's usually much faster and has much more hit power. This is a tough version. Free safety with 90. Can't take him. We'll take Woodyard. Give us one more big-time round here. Here it is. Jordan Reed. We don't have a tight end. He's got 92 route running, extremely high. We got to take him over the other positions. And then in our last round here, John Randall. This is a second legend round. So second legend round, we already have a Bob Sanders. Herman Moore is going to be the guy. John Randall, he's good, but you can't pass on Herman Moore. Odell Beckham, although offensively, we took a lot of offensive players and receivers. Let's just go Herman Moore. Like Herman Moore, we're going to light it up. We got the Panthers offensive playbook. So that's an example of a draft. Look, we made it to 87 overall, 88 on offense, and I don't feel like we had like an amazing draft. It was very good. Marcus Allen's going to be good. Russell Wilson's good. But, we'll see how they play on the field. So those are some things to look for in Tuesday Night Draft Champs. Another updated player pool, those new players that we just broke down. Make sure you update your drafts before you go in tonight, and hopefully that will help you get some more wins and you'll be more evenly matched with people that do that. So that is all for right now on the Draft Champs front. Follow this channel because in our next video we'll begin doing some gameplay to show you the new patch, to show you kind of how the game is playing, what people are doing. Remember, don't dive over the pile. All the patch notes, all the info. Break it down. Until next time, guys, this is ZFarls. Lock up. Comment. Let me know if you're back on Draft Champs or if you're now back on MUT head-to-head with it slowed back a little bit, or if you're just going to stick with salary cap ranked and you like the speed or don't like the speed. That's kind of the biggest feedback I am interested in hearing from you in the comments. All right? Lock up.